up.
Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
Good morning and welcome in. It's Friday. We're getting ready for the weekend. We got a big storm apparently coming in this weekend. I don't know if we're going to get rain or not. They seem to think we're going to get rain, but we all know how that goes. But it's definitely going to be windy. It already is a little bit out there right now. So interesting. You know, with so much going on with the presidential race, Jeff, I haven't had a chance to really kind of take a look at some of the measures that are passing around the country. They legalized marijuana in Arizona. And it looks like Oregon has decided to legalize all drugs. Have you heard about this?
Yeah, it's very Oregon of them.
So, I mean...
it's very strange.
Okay, so marijuana is now legal in New Jersey, Arizona, and Montana, which is, you know, it's been illegal here for a long time. And there's some great medicinal, you know, regardless whether you need it or you just need it for stress and anxiety, there's some great things for it. By the way, have we said good morning to Cameron yet?
Good morning.
There he is. What is that music? Is that me or you?
It must have been me.
Oh, sorry.
My apologies.
I thought it was me. Anyways, good morning, Cameron. But Oregon, have you heard what's going on in Oregon? They're decriminalizing all drugs, meaning
decriminalize is a better term for it because if you get caught with some, you still get fined.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but they're making it so you don't go to jail unless, I mean...
Yes, yeah. So, like, do you know how they have it in Portugal?
I don't. Explain it.
So in Portugal, say if you have like a dime of Coke, then instead of going to jail like you would here, then you get a fine and then they send you to a rehabilitation center because it's a little better than filling our prisons full of non-violent drug addicts.
So can't we just create like prison type medical facilities that are for people that are hooked on drugs?
Yeah, they're called Rehab Centers.
Yeah.
Here's my problem.
But people go to rehab for all kinds of things. Sex, food, and drugs.
You decriminalize drugs, okay? And then... and
we're talking everything, right? Like meth, heroin, coke.
So then these people are
crack.
able to be unstable and on the streets and then be a health issue to everybody walking the streets or... that own things like cars that people that are on drugs like to steal so they can turn them around and get money and then buy more drugs.
Or break into people's houses to steal stuff. And then they run into the homeowner and they end up hurting them or killing them. I mean, we know what happens. I don't know what the percentage is.
These are stories of this happening when it's not legal.
When it's criminalized. And you'll go to prison.
Sorry, yeah, when it's criminalized.
Jail at least, yeah.
Yes.
All right. So what do you think? Are you for this, Cameron?
Yeah, I'm for it. I've been for it for a while.
Why?
Why? Well, I think it's better than wasting my tax dollars throwing people in prison.
I mean, I kind of agree with you.
I think that's a good spend of tax dollars. I think.
Really?
I think. I think people that are hooked on drugs and become a danger to society should not be walking the streets or have easier access to walk the streets. And I know you say, okay, we're going to put them in a rehab facility. That's all fine and dandy, but how easy is it to get out of a rehab facility? I mean, Kurt Cobain just walked out.
Well, he wasn't a danger to anybody but himself.
I'm just saying.
As we found out.
Yeah, he ended up killing himself because he walked out of a rehab facility.
But here's the thing. Okay, I think you're getting it confused with people that are druggy criminals. You know what I mean? People that commit crimes. Yes, they are still going to go to prison, but if people that are just found with drugs on them in possession, they're not going to go necessarily to prison. They'll get fined and then maybe a rehab facility.
Yes. Yeah. So, like, if you're a heroin addict and you're caught breaking into a car trying to steal a stereo, then you will be getting a breaking and entering.
You're still gonna, you're gonna get the breaking into a car charge. But if you're just found with some, I don't know, with some rocks on you, is that what they call it, rocks? If you got some rocks on you, then you get a fine and you go off to whatever. I don't know, whatever the judge says.
You go off to a spa in Malibu.
Yeah.
If you got the money, buddy.
So
the end game on the drug thing is nice because you end up spending some time at a rehab facility. You know, I mean, I don't know. I feel as if though it's a slippery slope.
I don't know if being a criminal because you have possession of a legal drug is the same if you should be housed next to people that have committed violent crimes against people. You know, and I get the separation there, and I think I agree with that. And then there's also the libertarian in me that says, we don't need all these laws. And, if people want to do that to themselves, let them do that to themselves. And, Darwin will take over. The Darwin effect.
True.
But the problem is how many other people will go down with it. And that's where it gets a little gray. I was looking at a story that New Zealand just passed euthanasia, but they won't pass legalization of cannabis. So marijuana is still illegal in New Zealand, but they'll let you do doctor-assisted suicide. Why can't we have both?
It's better to kill your grandparents than it is to smoke a joint.
No, that's not what it says. You can't just, well, my grandpa was getting old and his back hurt and he was, he asked me to off him. No, that doesn't count. You have to actually have medical assisted, end of day, end of life, end of care, end of whatever.
Before we round out this conversation, just ask you guys a question, okay? Let's say you come into a bunch of money and you're like, okay, I want to buy a house. And you take a look at all the communities on the Central Coast, and one of those communities decides, hey, Arroyo Grande, let's just say Arroyo Grande says, you know what, we're decriminalizing drugs. You gonna buy a house in Arroyo Grande?
Okay, good point.
Yeah.
You are going to buy a house.
That.
You would buy a house in Arroyo Grande.
Is my money going to go further because
as opposed to Grover Beach that has criminalized drugs?
Grover Beach would be first to decriminalize.
Arroyo Grande's got the better drugs.
I'm not here to pick up on Grover Beach, okay? Or pick on Grover Beach.
Not today.
And even in that instance, it's so close to each other that do you really want to be that close to a city that has decriminalized?
Touche, but I would say if my money goes further in Arroyo Grande because they decriminalized, certain drugs.
Yeah, but it
drugs.
goes to that age-old argument that I brought up with you a few months ago. I was like, would you rather live in the crappiest house in a really nice neighborhood or the nicest house in a really crappy neighborhood?
I'm going to go with the crappy house in the nice neighborhood. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I want to have good neighbors. And I want my home value to go up. Yes. And it's not going to go up in a place if drugs and crime goes up. Yeah.
So property owners in Oregon, we're sorry.
Yeah, and it's a proven fact, right, that, that drugs lead to crimes. And high crime areas, it's proven, lead to lower
if I'm a heroin
property
addict,
values.
I need to get more heroin. And if I'm a heroin addict, I probably don't have a job, so I need to steal things in order to get the money to buy more heroin.
Whitney joined us Friday morning. It's good to talk to you. What's going on, man? How was your week?
It was pretty good. It went pretty quick, all things considered. How was yours?
It was, I don't think it was interesting. Wednesday or Tuesday night, the election, Jeff didn't think he was going to watch any election coverage. I watched until a little after 10 o'clock. I decided to go to bed because it was after 1 on the East Coast where they were doing the coverage, and the anchors and the people were just so delirious. But Jeff stayed up until what, 1?
Yeah, I stayed up till 1 watching it.
Oh my gosh!
Only reason why is because it was just fascinating to watch the different networks and see how they were covering it differently. I don't know.
Oh, definitely.
I was geeking out from I think the fact that I went to broadcast school. I think that got kind of brought up. So I was like, oh.
Did you have a network that you liked that was the most entertaining, and did you have a network that you actually thought did the best job?
Well, I told you that the CBS stuff was entertaining only because the wheels came off the wagon. I mean, it was just like once Trump came out and made that speech, they all took it personally, and they all started getting upset.
I don't think the people that were on the set probably were fans.
And it was weird. It was the weirdest thing, Whitney, because what they did was they went to break and then they came back and none of the people that were on the set were there. And there was one guy there. And he's like, everybody decided to go home, take a break, get some rest. So it's just me now. And I was like, but they didn't say goodnight. They didn't say thank you for watching. They just said we'll be back. And I think the manager probably came in and made a call and said, nope, we're going to the bullpen. We're going and we're flying solo.
If they don't say goodbye, then obviously they were kicked off. Because otherwise they would have came back and said, all right, well, that's it for us.
Right.
We'll see you back here tomorrow.
No, that did not happen. It was just a stranger coming back. Like, okay.
It's like watching reality television, but news edition.
It's interesting because Jeff and I know many stories of DJs, that'll be on the air and they'll do something shocking or whatever, and management will literally come in during a song and yank their ass out of the studio and put like an intern or somebody that just can control the damn thing in their place. And they'll say, don't say anything about it. Just, they're gone. So.
Just pretend it didn't happen.
Yeah. Anyways, so how much time did you invest?
Not a lot. I tried. I watched a couple. I would like go through the different channels, but then I was kind of looking at it and wondering why I was watching it because that wasn't going to change anything. So I decided to just not watch it. Probably like an hour, maybe, and then I probably read some stuff. But
good for you.
Yeah,
I was dorking out. I was texting friends, getting their take, all that kind of stuff. Anyways, all right. Well, the election is in and it's done, and well, it's not done. I guess who knows when it's going to be done. There's the San Luis Obispo election has taken place. It looks like we know that the mayor's going to stay the same.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't live in San Luis Obispo, so I don't know.
Well,
what
you
the
work there. You work there.
I do work there.
I just
Do you
figured
work
you
with
must
the
have to
mayor?
deal with the mayor sometimes.
We don't work directly with the mayor. We've been on a few like workshops and like business outreach things with her. And she was there like when we opened our office and did the ribbon cutting, and she's always been very pleasant to talk to. So I don't know her beyond like a professional capacity.
Yeah, how can somebody not be pleasant when they wear a flower in their hair every day?
Exactly.
You have to be. I mean, like you just would think that a rainbow would be emanating from her head on a regular basis.
Maybe that'll be the new thing.
Right? No kidding.
You got to change it up a little bit. We've been going with the flower for 4 years now. We got to get a rainbow in here.
I guess we should jump right into this raffle. It's pretty cool. There's so many great prizes, and there's only a limited number of raffle tickets, which means when you buy tickets, you actually have a pretty good shot, depending on, I guess, how many you buy, right?
That's right. Yeah. And I honestly, like, people I think are kind of getting into it and buying the 6-pack of tickets. It's $100 for a 6-pack or $20 for one. But yeah, the tickets are selling pretty quick, and this Saturday, November 7th, is the first round of our prize drawings. So every Saturday in November, we'll have a round of packages available for the winners, and there's multiple winners every Saturday. So this Saturday, there's 4 packages up for grabs. One example is package A is 1 night at the Slow Brew Lofts, $70 to Flower House, a goodie bag and $25 to Linnea's, and an estate Pinot Noir from Tally. That's all in one package that one person's going to win.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so like what you're going to win are these like phenomenal groupings and well worth the value of the raffle ticket. And the best part is that all funds raised through the raffle are going back into Downtown SLO. And that means that we'll be able to do things like our Clean and Safe program, which is the ambassadors, which are downtown keeping the streets clean, helping people find their way, helping with homeless outreach and advocacy. And then it helps support the program's return of like farmers market, concerts in the plaza, sip and sauna, all those fun things that we can't do right now. We get to plan them so that they can come back bigger and better.
I got to think, Jeff, we could write this off. We'd have to text Billy, our tax guy at H&R.
There you go. Yeah.
Because it's pretty much like a donation, right? When you buy raffle tickets for something, a cause like this?
So it's part of our 501c3. So we are a nonprofit, and yeah, it is. It's a donation.
I don't know. I never write anything off for
neither.
I mean, I always keep the receipts, but I never actually do it. It's like, forget it. My wife's like, well, it doesn't matter. We haven't written enough off anyway, so to make a difference. All right, well, that's really good. I mean, this is one prize. And the thing is, you want to get in and buy these tickets now because obviously, you know, this is the first big grouping of things you could win. And then every week you're going to be giving more away, correct?
Totally, yeah. So there's 4 different groupings this weekend. I just listed one prize. Like there's all 4 are listed on our website. So if you go to downtownslo.com, you'll see on the front page how to look at all the prizes and how to purchase tickets. Because it is a raffle, we have to do it either in the office to purchase tickets, which we're at 1135 Choro, or you can call us to purchase over the phone, which is 805-234-9678.
All right. And I'm looking here. I see a Giuseppe's. Is that up for grabs this week, too?
Yeah. So that package is dinner and wine for 4 at Giuseppe's, $50 to Boo Boo's, and $40 to Open Air Flowers.
All right. And because I was reading and I was kind of listening, I know you can call in to buy your tickets or stop by the office to buy your tickets. Can you buy them on the website?
You cannot. So
Okay.
It's because of our raffle license. It's an interesting thing. Buying tickets online for a raffle is considered online gambling. So that is why we are unable to do that.
We need to change that law. Where was that?
I
all about?
know. It's like a whole thing. You have to apply for a raffle license. It's a process.
Meanwhile, in New Jersey, they're betting on sports games over apps on their phone.
Yeah,
I tell ya.
Did you guys hear? Well, I don't know. There's lots of stuff going on. A lot of things got passed. Marijuana in Arizona, and apparently all drugs in Oregon are now legal. I mean, not quite. I don't think it's legal yet, but that they passed that all drugs can be legal. Yeah, gotta love Oregon.
I saw that.
I'm telling you,
I've been looking
this has
for
been a trash can. I'm telling you, for my whole life, I've been calling it a trash can, and now it's coming true.
Well, it's good because I was looking for options for my next heroin vacation.
Mainly Portland. Not actually. I like Oregon. Portland is the trash can, and that's where everybody's doing heroin, right? All right, Whitney. Well, great talking to you. Is there anything else we need to know about what's going on downtown SLO?
I don't think so. I think that's about it for right now. And hopefully, if you have purchased raffle tickets, you'll win something great this weekend.
Yeah, no kidding.
And purchase them now because it's 7.
I
have not done it yet. I'm doing it. I got it. It's $100.
It's tomorrow.
It's worth it.
Okay.
It's $100 for 6, or if you just want one ticket, it's $20.
And I can use my credit card over the phone.
You can.
Money. No money.
Nope.
No money.
Nope. That's APR.
All right. See you, Whit.
See ya.